What's up, people? How's it going? Another episode of Storms Live.
Wow, that's
I don't know where Adam is, people.
The clan meeting ran over.
Yeah.
So we're doing it early now. It should be running over.
I know.
Somebody's catching up, man. Someone's caught up to his nonsenses.
Thank goodness next week is daylight saving time. Thank you, Lord.
Man, don't think that. I hate when it gets.
It takes me like 2 months to get adjusted.
Get off whack from the whole schedule.
It'll be like 9 o'clock.
I like the longer nights.
Yeah, I like when it gets dark early.
No, I don't. I hate that. I hate when it's 5 o'clock and it's dark outside.
I love it.
I hate going to work at night and coming home at night. I hate that.
You get up at 5 o'clock and still it don't get dark about 9. You still feel like you got time left in the day. You do something.
Because I hate going to work when it's dark and coming home when it's dark. I hate that.
I like the dark. I would, if I could, I would move to Alaska where it's
born in the darkness.
Yeah. Love it when it's dark, man. I love when it's rainy and I love when it's dark.
I like it rainy.
Yeah, man. Okay. To each their own.
Must be a vampire.
You should move to freaking Seattle then.
I want to. I was like about 5-6 years ago. I was looking into possibly moving to Seattle.
Expensive. It's too expensive out there, man.
When it's dark out and rainy, I'm in a good mood. When it's sunny and hot out, I'm in a bad mood. Bad mood, Rob. So yeah, I don't.
It's like, man, the energy right now, Rob, is like spooling through your pores right now. Sup, chat? What's going on, chat, man?
What's up?
Come on, chat. Good to see everybody there. Man, mad.
Yeah, Adam's not coming, so let's just start.
I thought we did already.
We did. Oh shit! I clicked out of the thing. Damn it! Hold on.
I gotta finished watching Avatar.
Yeah,
I finished last week.
I watched the first episode, and it's freaking pretty good. I've never watched the other one. So
me, the 6th episode was the best, but
I finished.
I don't know where they get those actors from.
They're good.
They really know the lore.
Yeah.
I like the show. They did change some stuff. They kind of ran some storylines together, entwined certain storylines together. But overall, I can nitpick and say, they didn't do this, but I thought it was a good series. Good adaptation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Between the Fire Lord's brother and his nephew. Fireball.
Yeah.
Then you have a show like Halo, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
Hey, man, Halo's good, though.
He watched the last episode?
Yeah. I had no idea what the fuck's going on.
Exactly. Trash.
The thing is, so I went into season 2.
Shows, no armor. I lied. It was armor at the very last 10 seconds of the show.
Yeah, but I mean, it shows that Master Chief is more than just the armor. So the thing is, I went in.
Does it though?
Superman's more than the suit.
Well, here's the problem though, Rob, with that. I would have buy that if they didn't already address that in season 1 by taking out the chip.
Yeah,
that would ruin the whole not being an armor thing.
That's right. I'm watching it, Samuel. I'm watching it. No, but see, here's the thing. I had 2 choices. Either be a jaded Halo fan and say, this ain't like the game and not watch it, or say, hey, I pulled a book at a page at Danny's book. This isn't my Venom, but let's see what this new Venom is.
Exactly.
So I was like, this isn't my Halo.
I'm trying to look at it that way, but it's just like the more I try to let things do some more stupid stuff. I'm just like,
crazy. I was flipping through the channel last night, laying in the bed, and I came across Let There Be Carnage. And I actually watch it for the second time in my life.
I would have turned that channel, man.
It's funny you say that, Danny, because Anna's never seen Morbius, and we actually rewatched it. Man, that movie's a lot better than Madam Web. I'm sorry.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Hearing from people talking around the water cooler, apparently a piece of shit in the toilet is better than Madam Web.
It's bad when she was on SNL Saturday night making fun of her own movie.
I'm a vampire lover, and I'm like,
freaking Dakota Johnson fired her agent.
Yeah, I would too.
She criticized the movie, and then Sweeney part of it.
Yeah, what's he said? Something about, well, I know y'all didn't see Madam Web, so
Lost opportunity, man. Lost
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
again.
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna show me his fan made thing. It was called I don't know if y'all seen it yet. I think I saw it in you guys called Marvel Knights.
Oh, I haven't got a chance to see it yet.
Don't watch it. Oh my lord.
Is it bad?
Oh,
Is it bad?
usually some of the fan made stuff be
It's really
on
good.
par or
Yeah.
be like, man, why can't the real studios do this? This right here was it's about 30 minutes. I was like,
I don't watch fan made stuff.
I
If it's 5 or 10 minutes, sure. When it starts getting 15, 20 minutes and it takes like a chunk out of my day, I'm not doing
20
that.
minutes, Rob.
but
Come
yeah,
on.
they got a Gambit and Rogue.
The Gambit one
fan
is
made.
on
Yeah.
point. That thing's on
It
point.
is fantastic. I think about 20, 25 minutes long.
Like,
It's
if
good,
you gave
bro.
them a good budget, they can make hours.
Yes. I don't know who did that. They had a big name. They had Eric Roberts in there too.
Yeah,
He's
you give
pretty
me
big.
you give me an 8-episode series of that right there. I'll
Mhm.
definitely watch it.
Yeah. Just like they did the Mortal Kombat. Remember that a few years back?
Yeah.
The episodic
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
But that wasn't
fire.
fan made though. That was
Was that the show you're talking about? Yeah, back in the day.
yeah, Mortal Kombat Legacy. That was
Yeah,
made for the internet. Like that wasn't fan made though. That was actually had a studio back.
It was a web series though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started off as a fan made short because the director wanted to see if he could do it, and then he took that idea and made it into that web series. You know, but then the only fan made thing I've watched was the Uncharted Nathan Drake thing,
That one
where
really
Nathan Fillion act, but see, it's real actors in it though. You know what I mean?
And he looks like Nathan Drake. Like
Nathan Drake was based off him,
yeah.
But I try to stay away from fan stuff.
There's some good ones out
They
there.
got one. What's the guy that did one for Star Wars Vader? And I think they
That one's good. Yep.
Star Wars Theory.
Yeah,
that was good.
They
did
sued him
one-
for because he made money. He was starting to make money off of it.
Yeah.
And he's not
Oh,
allowed
man.
to make money.
They
off
did
of it.
one too at Maze Window. I can't remember if it was the same company or not, the same person. I saw the second episode.
I seen that one. Yeah,
I was like, this right here got a potential to be very good.
Yeah, it was good. I just don't like that guy. The Star Wars Theory, the guy himself. I don't like him.
Okay.
I think he runs with the wrong crowd. I'll just say that.
Gotcha. It's funny that happened. Like he started doing those. Like to each their own. But what you're saying reflects because the fact that he started doing the show with Nerds, the Den of Nerds guy,
Mhm.
and then now he has Ryan and some Geeks and Gamers on it.
Yeah.
Have pissed off a few.
That match
few
was
people.
a business thing.
Hmm?
I said maybe it was a business thing.
It's definitely
Yeah.
it's definitely a business move because you can see the way he was and he was doing his shows before that he wasn't that way. Anyways, enough about that.
Yeah, enough about
I don't
that.
think I want to join a business that's going to totally change my outlook, my
values, my
what
values.
made me and
Mhm.
popular, I think, or what I want to believe in. I
want creative control over myself.
Me personally, like if I was him, and you have, first of all, he has millions upon millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
Right. So he's the one, he's the king. Right.
Yeah.
So by going on, I'm just gonna say the name Ryan Kinnell. He has less subscribers. So Ryan Kinnell by default benefits from having that outview. Why would you sacrifice your millions of subscribers who follow you because your Star Wars content to a guy? I'm not calling him racist. I don't know him personally, but does some very racist things on the internet and clearly doesn't like Star Wars. Why would you do that's stupid?
Why would you jeopardize what you built for that?
Yeah.
When you're the bigger fish in this,
Some of the things is very racial. I'm like, bro, whoa.
Yeah, I never really followed the guy, so
like I said,
he did the George Floyd was pretty.
Yeah, that was the part.
Was that him, the one with give him the statue or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know you're talking
At
about
Universal,
that. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah,
Very polarizing.
Yes, I know you're talking about now.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, there's jokes and then there's things you shouldn't do.
There's jokes and there's that line you can't cross.
there's
Class.
Especially if you call people in that particular culture your friend, like he said he does some people. That's on it.
Well, oh, that's
I
the
would
one. I
never
got
say
black
nothing.
friends. I got black friends. You know, that whole-
I watch Oprah. I'm not racist.
Yeah. My second cousin dates a black guy.
Yeah.
I'm 2% Nigerian.
Yeah, right.
That is not how we say my name. Oh my gosh, man.
Oh man.
So I want to talk about this Superman S thing. Because
Everybody's
let's be
freaking
honest.
out.
Yeah. Everybody's freaking out. And
I don't know why.
like so they pull like this showed up, right?
Like we haven't seen that before.
Yeah, it's not even the full picture of the S. It's like cropped out in the middle, right? We don't even see the full thing. It looks like it's Captain America. He's just frozen there, you know? And everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Like, guys, it's just like, man, people really have too much time on their hands. I think to freak out. Like I have Jasmine, or not Jasmine, but Jasm, some geeky guy. Like he constantly just messages me throughout the week. Like he just hates James Gunn's vision of DC, even though the shit's not out yet.
We haven't seen it yet. It's
not out yet, but he just constantly hating on it. And I'm like, bro, and I replied to him, bro, if you are that upset about it, don't watch it. Like, stop complaining about it. You have your DCEU still. You can go back and watch it whenever you want.
People can't do that.
You have the Snyder Cut. You have the Snyder Cut. Go watch Snyder Cut.
They have to complain about things they haven't seen. They have to complain about, oh, that's not going to be this because of this. It's the craziest. YouTube is a blessing and a curse at the same time. I am blessed because I met guys like you. We develop friendships. Talk about stuff, even though sometimes we get a little heated.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've lost. I think last time I told you I went to Madam Web, I took notes. I've never done that before in my whole life. I was sitting there after every scene, writing down notes in my phone because I knew that half the world, probably more than half the world, was going to hate it, and I had to make sure I had points. That is crazy.
Since I've been on, I feel like I've gotten a little jaded too. Because I used to be like, go to a movie, oh, this is good, this is great. Now I have to critique every little thing about it now. So,
but see, the internet.
I only watch one trailer now. I watch the official teaser trailer and official trailer, and that's it. I don't do a deep dive no more on trailers and everything. So,
the internet will change you, bro. Like, I remember back in the day when I was still wide-eyed and I loved the movies and I went to go see Dragon Ball Evolution. I was like, man, this is great. The internet was very kindly to show me I was a fucking moron and I should die because I liked the movie.
The internet and your balls dropped, right? At the same time. Yeah, this is shit.
So I quickly said, okay, fine. I'm a moron. I'll go figure out what good movies are. And then I started studying film and all that stuff. And yeah,
there's some shows and movies that I watch just for myself, and I don't talk about on YouTube. I just want to watch it for myself. Like, I can just sit there and enjoy it.
There's times you're like, no, I don't want to say it because if I say this, Rob and Adam's gonna like eat me alive. Now, DJ doesn't work for. I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah, DJ doesn't like talking.
I like it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, DJ doesn't like talking about his Downtown Abbey.
Actually, I don't really like period shows that much.
I was talking to my wife a couple days ago. I was like, man, we need to start.
Was good. I did like that show.
We need to start doing a series where we watch movies together and we review them together because she has awful taste in movies. Awful.
It makes it fun though.
Opposite taste. Yeah.
Yeah. Every one of her movies has to have comedy, action, and a happy ending. Right? Nice. Yeah, but I told her, I'm like,
you just described porn.
You don't have to be comedy. Yeah, you sure did.
Well, the thing is, we watch. I had her watch a few movies that I like movies that are like my top favorite movies of all time, like La La Land, or last week it was A Star Was Born. With Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, fantastic movie.
I hate both of those.
Nominated for all kinds of Oscars. She hated it. She's like, he dies at the end. I'm like, people die in real life, babe. She's like, I don't want to see it in a movie. I'm like, okay, look, you can say you don't like this movie because of X, Y, and Z, but you can't sit there and say it's a bad movie because factually it's not a bad movie.
I think wife. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
On one thing, I like movies that pretty much end in a happy ending. I just do. Is the movie still good if it does it? But when it's like Iron Claw was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
That was not a happy ending.
I wasn't happy, but wow.
It was there is the silver lining because I thought all the brothers were going to get killed. I didn't know that one was still living and that he kind of broke the curse. It sucked that 4 to 5 brothers died tragically or something like that. Curse did exist for some reason, kind of like Bruce Lee curse, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was the silver lining was that okay, there is one brother. He was able to break the curse. He was able to get out there wrestling and develop a life and do something. But I'm more partial to the movies that have happy endings.
See, I like movies that have they're not predictable, have a good twist in it somewhere. That's what I like,
I like movies that make me think afterwards.
Yeah, where I can't figure it out to the very end, like, oh, that's what was going on, So
yeah.
Well, even if I know what's going on in the movie, if the movie is layered and it has, if I'm thinking about the movie 2 hours after I saw it, it's a good movie. Yeah, a lot of people hated that Denzel Washington movie, the Little Things with Jared Leto. I love that movie. Everybody shit on that movie. I'm like, I love that movie. Yeah. Right.
No, I ain't gonna think about it 2 hours later because I can tell you right now, The Beekeeper. That is the best movie I've seen this year.
Yeah, but see, that's junk food, though.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's action, straight up action.
I want a good 3-course meal sometimes with a movie.
Yeah,
I had a good 3-course meal. He minded his own business. They messed with his friend. There was retribution.
That's every action movie. That's every typical bang bang shoot up action music.
Madam Web is a Twinkie.
No, it's not. Don't put Twinkies in that category. Don't insult Twinkies like that, Rob.
Madam Web was like a honey bun. It's sweet to some people, but then not really good. So,
Danny, you're the only person that said it was sweet, man.
Danny found good parts of the movie, man. You can't guilt him for that, man.
I mean,
I'm not guilting him for that.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I appreciate the backup, guys, but I do not care if people think my particular take on this movie is crap. I wasn't sad. I didn't feel like I wasted my $10. I can't say that for a lot of other movies. Harley Quinn. I wasted my $10 on that.
Well, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey movie?
I went sleep on that movie.
No, it wasn't called Birds of Prey. It wasn't called
Quinn. Yeah, it's called Birds of Prey, but it's supposed to be called Harley Quinn.
Suicide Squad 2, waste of money.
Suicide Squad 2 was, well, I watched it on HBO Max. I didn't waste my money.
Same.
Yeah, I bootlegged that shit.
I went to the movie and watched. I was like, what is this? Starro? I was like, what? And then the guy with the polka dots, like, he is the second most powerful person on there. I'm like, how is this possible?
I'd rather watch a giant starfish than a main villain talking and his entire dialogue is ADR'd over his lips.
That was bad, though.
The villain wasn't bad. They just misused him. He actually...
No, I'm talking about his dialogue. Everything he said in the movie wasn't what he really said.
I heard that was a problem throughout the whole movie. The dialogue in general is bad.
Yeah.
In some
his lips are moving and the dialogue is completely different.
Why did they do that?
Why?
You don't speak English?
No, probably because he delivered his lines wrong.
It was dubbed. It was dubbed.
Yeah, it was dubbed.
I didn't pay attention to that.
But for that sake alone, I'm not going to see that movie. That would just annoy the hell out of me. Listen, I know I would notice it.
When they announced it, I had no desire for this movie.
Yeah.
So,
But these are all movies that people are not asking for, right? And some movies that people don't ask for do tend to hit the nail.
That's not a problem, but it's like when you have the IP like that, you have other characters that as an example, Guardians of the Galaxy. No one asked for that, but that actually was good. But it fit into the whole universe that they were building. These characters, they're not using them, the right way.
Using them properly. Sony has good characters, but they're not very cohesive.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the problem.
Because they're actually, in spite of themselves, they're setting up the Spider-Verse. So we got Morbius. They're setting up the parts of the Spider-Verse if they use it correctly and team up with Marvel. And they also set up the Sinister Six if they do it right. But will they do it right? I don't know.
Well, are we going to get which vulture are we going to get? Michael Keaton's that was left over in Morbius?
I don't know. But see, they're setting up Raven now, whatever the radioactive lion man. Now they setting up Madam Web. They'll set up Morbius. If this Blade comes out, I mean,
we had Scorpion too, but we haven't even seen him since.
Well, Blade ain't going to be attached to anything Sony does anyway.
Thank God.
No, but I'm saying that they could kind of bridge that gap if they did Morbius in the Blade thing.
They won't do that. Marvel doesn't want anything to do with Morbius.
So you think? What do you think Kraven's going to do? You think it's going to actually do well? I think it's going to
do better than
Madam Web.
I agree.
I think well, I think because it's rated R, so it's going to have more
star power. The guy he's going to bring a lot of fans from
and more action pack. I think.
What's the show that you like, Rob?
What?
The guy that's going to play Kraven, he's going to bring the fans from.
Oh, from Kick-Ass and all that stuff. He's from Kick-Ass.
No, the show he's talking about last week, House of Dragon. What's the other guy? The show you told me to watch.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, isn't that the guy that playing?
No. Not all white people look the same, Danny.
No, I thought it was him.
Did we say that?
No, the guy who plays Kick-Ass, the one who's Quicksilver.
About his fair play, brother. Everybody swear we look alike. They'd be like, "Which one is Danny? Which one is
white
DJ?"
people think all the black people know each other. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So the problem with Sony is, you guys hit the nail on the head. They have good IP, but they misuse them. Madam Web should have been introduced into like a Venom movie or something like that. You know, she should be like recruiting the different spiders.
She should have been an end credit scene, then have her own movie, so people kind of.
She should have been like Nick Fury for the Sony universe.
Yes,
correct.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
They could have tied her into
Building a
whenever Venom crossed over into the what was it? Far From Home.
Yeah.
When he did the little thing and left when they should have showed her, and then do this
No Way Home. Yeah,
it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Well, we already know Sony don't know what they're doing because back when they had those email hacks years ago, when after the Andrew Garfield, I mean, it showed that they wanted to do a 21 Jump Street versus Men in Black crossover movie. Like they don't know what they're doing.
Why?
They're throwing shit. They're just throwing shit up. Yeah, they're just throwing shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a sad that they just get somebody that actually know the lore. Because like, look, this got to tie to this. This got to tie to this. If they could do that,
well, not just know the lore. Try to learn the lore. You know, at least you
That's
understand it.
Kathleen Kennedy, we don't have those source material.
Oh my
What are you
God!
talking about?
Said that. I looked
When
at
you
my
saw
bookshelf
Google,
and I was like,
like Google. I mean,
but I put some of that on the actors because I don't think all those actors that's in Avatar knew the lore, but they went back and studied. You could tell they went back and studied and watched that something.
But
that's the writer's fault.
Yeah,
I think some of it
they read the lines. You know, I get the actor's part to kind of get an idea the feel of the character, but the lines are just going to be from the writer.
That's some of it, but I've seen a lot of actors say when they get this main character, they go back and read stuff.
That's what I would do.
I think some of them. I ain't saying all of them. Yeah. I think the guy that played Sokka, the guy that played the Fire Lord's son, they look almost like straight from the animation show. I'm like, and the guy that played, I can't think of his name, the Fire Lord's uncle, uncle,
Iroh.
I really like that show.
Well, that's what we talked about, right? Like Sweeney last time, right? And Madam Web, she was the one that actually read the books about her character and actually told the director, this should be filmed upside down. It's more to the characters, and it's more like when you have characters like that, actors like that give a damn at telling the directors how to this should be that. That's the people that they should hire for certain roles.
An actress that plays Ms. Marvel, she know more than what they do.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yes. She loves comic books,
and it shows, right? She stole the shows in Miss Marvels.
Every scene that I love that. I hope she has a good career because I like that girl. She's
I hope
she deserves everything that she gets. In the future,
yeah. So much that they gave her the comic book creative rights right now. She's the one writing the stories.
And she needs to be the leader of Young Avengers.
Let her run Young Avengers. They're kind of setting that up. So, what's her name? Camilla Khan. That's her name.
Yeah, Kamala
Khan.
Kamala.
Yeah. But to play devil's advocate, though, I know you said not all actors, but to play devil's advocate, Tobey Maguire never read any Spider-Man comics, and he played Spider-Man for 3 movies.
Well, that was good writing, though.
Yeah, I think it's more important that the writers and directors know the source material than the actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to say all actors do, but I've seen videotape where some actors, when they see they're playing somebody iconic,
they'll go back.
This is somebody you're going to hate. I got to use this. I believe that
he's like very cautious right now. Like
back and study some of the Black Adam stuff. I just think he did. The only thing that I see he made a sidestep in, I would have used the accent. That's one thing I didn't like about it.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not going to criticize the Rock. My criticism of the Rock was never him playing Black Adam. That wasn't my criticism of the Rock. My criticism of the Rock was him trying to force that to be like the leader of the damn DCEU moving forward, and him flying around for 2 hours straight.
What was going to happen? Yeah.
What do you call it? The
hierarchy of power.
Hierarchy of power.
Hey man, he brought Henry Cavill back. Everybody was believing that he was going to be.
I did believe that if the powers that be would have stayed in there, I believe that it would have been. We would have seen a Man of Steel 2 and a Black Adam versus Superman. But right now, James Gunn, he ain't trying to hear that. But I do believe, let's say, for instance, that old boy stayed in there, made 300 and made. I believe we would have seen that, and I think that the fans, I know I want as a fan, I definitely want to see Man of Steel 2. I think we really lost out on that.
I believe that from the beginning, DC was screwed because they saw what Marvel was doing and was in such a hurry to try to catch up and do what they were doing. They came out the gate just fumbling, So
the problem was from the beginning of the DCEU, there was no leadership. Everything was under the WB umbrella, where Marvel was under the Marvel Studios umbrella. They're owned by Disney, but they had their own studio, Warner Brothers Disney. Now James Gunn has a DCU studio, so everything's under that studio. And the biggest problem was they had actors and directors come in telling the studio what they wanted to do. Right? The Rock, I'm just using him as an example. He would not be able to go to tell Kevin Feige what he wanted to do. Kevin Feige would go, that doesn't fit in our plan, but we can work on this.
New recasting. You would have announced.
You can't take a D-level character villain from a C-level character and think you're going to make a solo movie on it and then have that guy be the hierarchy of power.
Your leading IP at that point.
If The Rock didn't have such ego, he would have said, okay, I'll cameo at the end of Shazam to get people used to that character. But the fact that we had 2 Shazam movies and a Black Adam movie, and they never even faced off because The Rock didn't want to be a part of Shazam, that was a major fumble because he's a Shazam villain. That was where the problem was.
I agree with that statement, but I believe, and I could be wrong, I think that when The Rock found out that after these, 10, 15 years of talking to Black Adam, and it was finally greenlit, I think that his enthusiasm may have got the better of me saying the new hierarchy of power, whatever catchphrase he loves to throw in there. But I don't really think for 1 minute that he think that he was going to overshadow Superman or overshadow Batman, because those two are the kings of DC. They ain't going to change probably nowhere in our lifetime. Now I think, okay, I got my Black Adam finally. I'm going to promote. I'm going to hype it up. He's kind of riding the wave of his popularity. That's what I think that was. And if the right hands, and let's say James Gunn would have grabbed hold to it, I think it could have been something really, really good.
Right.
But now, James Gunn had better hit a home run when he comes out, because if he does,
I think he will.
We're going to hear, why'd you get rid of Henry Cavill? Right now, it's kind of dying down. It's dying down. It's not as bad as it used to be.
The curiosity, everybody's going to be
running to see it. But if it's a dud, you're going to hear this again.
I think James Gunn is gonna knock it out of the park. The cast alone is a phenomenal cast. Like he really got a great cast. He's got the S. The S looks really good. And the best, the suit. And what's really good is all the comic book stuff is starting to die down, movie wise. Anyway, like I've been saying
that for a while. We need to take a break from it. I've been saying it.
Yeah, I think we only have like one Marvel movie coming out this year. Madam Web, no one really paid attention to that. So I think late next year, when we start hyping up the Superman stuff, like people are gonna forget about DCEU.
Trailer better be good.
What do we have coming out as far as superheroes? Just Kraven,
Deadpool 3, Kraven, and I don't know Falcon Winter or Captain America 4.
No. There's no Marvel movies this year.
I'm not.
Deadpool. Yeah,
I'm not even excited about Deadpool. I mean,
I'm interested in it. You know, I'm not. I'm
thinking they're gonna try and do that She-Hulk thing. I don't want to see Deadpool go to the multiverse and kill. I don't want to see that. If that's what they're gonna do, it may be entertaining. I guess.
I think he's gonna go to the Fox universe and kill that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him killing off superheroes in different dimensions, but it is what it is. I'll go see it, but
I'm just curious to see what they do.
No, I will not go see it because that's a Marvel movie. I will not go see that this year.
Well, technically, it's a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Boycott a year. I mean,
but
last week said
you should boycott the real stuff. Boycott the Captain America. Deadpool didn't have anything to do with that.
I said 1 year. If Captain America came out this year, I wouldn't watch it.
Oh, that's not fair, man. That's not fair, bro. You went and saw Madam Web.
Hey, yeah, technically that falls on the Marvel.
No. I said MCU movie. That's a Sony movie.
Yeah, but Deadpool is not an MCU movie technically.
It is. It's
no,
it's under their banner now, Rob.
No, don't give me that.
Yeah,
I think I have to agree because the TVA is involved. So
it's
an
MCU.
Yeah, I think it is MCU.
After December, the ban would be lifted.
Deadpool will be over with by then. Start boycotting in December.
I can't boycott it. Captain America coming out next year. I want to see that.
Man,
apparently his character is going to be in 4 movies.
Who?
Captain America Falcon.
Yeah, I want to see.
He's going to be in 4 movies.
He's a main character now.
So as Captain America. He's going to be in 4 movies as Captain America.
Did y'all see? I think I said to all of y'all, Grace Randolph in her top 20.
Yeah, I don't like Grace Randolph.
I don't like it either, but it was interesting hearing who she thought the top 5. The new next 6 are going to be. She said Spider-Man going to be New Avengers.
I do hate when she does that, Rob. Her little
Wolverine is not going to be in the Avengers, bro.
What she was saying.
You know how many times she's been wrong? Like
they're going to keep the X-Men kind of separate away from all this. You know,
if Wolverine's going to be in it, it's going to be a different Wolverine. You know. Fast Eddie threw in a $2 super chat. Shogun is fire. I watched half of the first episode and then I stopped.
I watched on the plane.
Is the 3rd episode out yet?
No, Tuesday. Next week.
Matter of fact, it was so good. The guy next to me started watching it on his tablet. We were both watching it together.
First episode was good.
Yeah. I got halfway through the first one.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
that guy that played the Shogun.
Yeah,
he don't have to say much, move much. Just his facial expressions.
Yeah,
you know what he said though.
Bad mother, don't you mess with me.
You know what he told Disney? Well, the producers of the show. So you're doing this show, you're going to be hiring Japanese actors to play Japanese.
Yeah, make it as authentic as possible.
Yeah. He said, if not, I'm not in.
They made it a little too authentic.
That's
like
great.
I love it. I love it.
This is the first show I don't mind reading the captions. And that
but here's the thing, though. I like to watch, like when I sit down to watch Halo or something. I like to eat my dinner when I'm watching
Halo to this. Hold it.
No.
Did you just compare Halo?
I did not compare Halo. I said when I sit down to watch shows like Halo and stuff, I sit down and watch it when I eat. So I can't eat and watch shows because I can't read while I'm like, I can't. So I got to the part where they boiled the guy in the giant pot, and I was like, I think I'm done.
Can you change the thing where it speaks English? Or you can't
no, it's done like that.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried
it yet. So. But
which I don't mind. I mean, I watched all of Godzilla in Japanese and whatnot, but
it's a show you got to like invest your
time. You had to pay attention to.
You got to pay attention to it. Yeah.
The thing I don't understand about that show is the fact when they're talking in Portuguese, they're actually talking in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know where they shoot this at. I don't know if it's a sound stage.
I think it's a mix. It's a mix of both.
But man,
some
if
scenes
it's a sound stage, their CGI is fire.
On
point. They got that what's called the void. What do they call that thing that they filmed?
The
Void. What's it called?
Oh my god, I have it.
Trying to win in
Dome?
Atlanta.
No, Disney has one.
I got well, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not the Void. What's it called?
It's not the Void. It's called it's not the sound stage. It's a
big giant LED wall.
Yeah. Come on, people in the chat. You guys are used to
the volume. The volume.
Yeah.
The volume. Yeah. Call the volume. Yeah.
And what the hell's wrong with this chat tonight? Bunch of non-knowing bitches.
Man. Yeah.
Usually they're on top of this shit. Adam ain't here.
Where's our stat guys at? Come on, y'all.
Yeah, Jesus.
They're fact checkers.
These guys are full of shit. I can start my own channel. Oh my god!
Thank you, Zeke. You're a little late, buddy.
After the fact. After the fact.
Damn, man. Make sure you hit live on YouTube.
Late to never. Better late than never.
Refresh your stream real quick. I think you're behind a little bit, my friend.
Boycott Superman and Fantastic.
I'm not boycotting neither of them.
Nope.
You
boycott Thunderbolts. I don't care about that.
Motherfucker, I watched Superman 4. Okay, I'm a Superman fan.
Wow, Superman 4.
I only watched.
I know it's a quest for shit.
I've only watched that once or twice.
Dude, I remember as a kid, I loved that movie because that was the first time where Superman actually had someone on equal ground that could fight him. So I remember being a kid like, man, that dude was awesome. He scratched Superman. He lost all of his power. Then, like, as an adult, I went back and watched it. I was like, oh, my God.
But movies you go back and watch as a kid.
I'd rather watch Superman 4 than that Supergirl.
That was awful. Yeah. That was absolutely awful.
That is the worst superhero movie ever made.
My wife wanted to buy it because she had these high memories about that movie. And then when we watched it, I looked at her. She looked at me and she goes, why didn't I think this movie was good?
I remember it totally differently.
Yeah.
Just among people on the planet that likes Madam Web. Me and D. Scott. Good job, D. Scott.
You like what you like, I guess.
Hey, man.
Justin Monty threw in $10 super chat. Hey, guys, can we agree on two things? Tom Welling is underrated Clark Kent, and Michael Rosenbaum is the best Lex Luthor. Both came from Smallville. I will agree with you on Michael Rosenbaum. Tom Welling as Clark Kent.
Debatable.
Yeah, debatable. I still think. I mean, I guess you could say under.
Yeah,
maybe underrated. Sure.
Underrated. Yes, I agree.
But see, I would not put him as my top 3 Clark Kents.
No, I think
maybe not even my top 4 Clark Kent. Like I think Christopher Reeves is like the best Clark Kent because he played that like nerdy drop and everything. I think Henry Cavill's Clark Kent was really good. Not in Man of Steel, but like later on in BVS's Clark Kent was really good.
Yeah, I would go more with the guy from Superman and Lewis as Clark.
Dean Clark.
Yeah. Dean
Clark was really good too. Dean Kane. Dean Kane. He was really good.
Dean
too.
Clark was a singer, right?
Dean Clark. I don't know. I just made that. I was thinking.
You talking about the one that played on the one Superman?
Yeah, not the Dean Kane. I'm talking about this Superman and Lewis.
Oh, the new. Oh yeah, no, he reminds me of Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
And I
think he's one. Reeves 2.
Brandon Ralph.
I didn't like Brandon Ralph.
He's just like Christopher Reeves. He's like a twin of Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
The look, but he. No, I like the one that. What's his name? He
played on Superman Returns, right, Rob?
Yeah.
God, I can't think of his name.
Brandon Routh is Routh, but yeah, he was underrated. Yeah. I would go Christopher Reeves, probably the guy you like from the new show on CW.
Yeah.
Second,
Tyler Hoechlin.
That's one.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would go Brandon Routh number 3, Dean Kane number 4,
then Tom
maybe
Welling.
Henry Cavill number 5, and then probably put Tom Welling number 6.
So are we saying Superman or actually Clark Kent?
Clark Kent.
Okay.
Clark Kent. Okay. If I use Superman, I gotta change my whole list. It's sort of like Batman. When I think of Batman, my Bruce Wayne is different than Batman.
Yeah. That's fair.
They're different people. They're different people. You know, same person but different people.
I think Christian Bale has an awesome Bruce Wayne, but Batman's awful. What are you gonna say, guys? Scott?
I was gonna say the same thing with Spider-Man, right? I like Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, but I like
a lot of people.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like Andrew Garfield Peter Parker better.
Yeah, so do I. Me personally, that's my choice.
Yeah. He's a little get more arrogant than nerdy, but the chemistry with him and Gwen.
See, I feel like his Peter Parker is more like a skater, kind of dude.
Well, that's the way he was in the Ultimate Comics.
Yeah. So
he wasn't a nerd. Like he was smart, but he skateboarded.
He wasn't geeky. He was a nerd. Difference.
Yeah. But see, also in the early '90s, though, nerds were different than they were during the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Yeah. Back then, they were like glasses, pocket protectors. In the '90s, if you were a skateboarder and you just stayed to yourself or whatnot, you were considered like a loner and loser. Just a Monty threw another $5 super chat. I will say I'm still willing to give Superman or Gunn Superman movie a shot. I think it's gonna be really good, man. Like James Gunn.
I hope it is.
Just think about this. He produced Brightburn. Okay, imagine what he's gonna do with a real Superman.
Yeah, Brightburn was definitely something that was slept on.
Yeah,
that was a great movie. But going to what you're saying and what DJ was saying before, I think the whole break and not getting so many superhero movies is actually going to help it.
I wish they would do the same thing with shows now.
Yeah,
they need to lay back on the shows too.
I disagree with that because it all goes back to when Disney Plus initially started off. You were all complaining, why are you going to have a streaming service and not have content? So I think the shows are more watered down.
Can I ask you a question?
Shows they do.
You got to stagger.
The
right?
Movies should be quality. The movies should be quality. I don't care if the shows are watered down. They don't have to be successful.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yes, sir.
So, when Disney Plus first started, would you at least agree that the MCU shows when Disney Plus first started were better than the Disney Plus shows that we're getting now?
What did we get started? What did we get starting off? We got Falcon.
We got WandaVision, Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, and you compare that to Echo, She-Hulk.
Moonlight was right online though. I would say
Moonlight.
I think
to
me, Disney Plus is where you have these B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G, K.
See how they do. Then they go to the big leagues.
The testing ground. Then if it's something that the audience,
the minor leagues,
then you can kind of or like what WandaVision did, how it set up Multiverse of Madness. You should use one of those shows to set up a movie that's coming out. If they would do that, it'd be fantastic.
It's like
I agree with that.
If you got a new character, do that like how they did. What was that one? The Werewolf at Night, the little special.
Yeah, Werewolf at Night.
The character that way and see how it does.
Presentations.
The presentation. That's how you introduce a new character or a new storyline that you want to do within the bigger universe.
A lot of shows wasn't crap. It was like their endings, like Secret Invasion. It was not bad, but the last episode
can't stick that.
Dude, that's like.
That was the way Hawkeye was too.
Echo wasn't bad, but the last episode ruined it.
It's like
they said, "Why did Kingpin would be this big, powerful man? She broke him down, made him cry like a little baby." A lot of people didn't like that, like you said with Hawkeye, how Kingpin did all that crazy stuff. So
Secret Invasion is the biggest letdown.
It's just
they can't landing.
Stick those landings,
Andrew threw in $2 super chat. We did not forget Tom Welling. We just had him really down far on the list. when we started comparing all of our top, he kept falling down to like number 6. So we didn't forget about him.
I would say Smallville had more layers of Superman. Like 1 year he would have the superhero to come in, and he developed that, and the X-ray vision come in. So I love the way they layered it on top of that. He just wasn't Superman from the jump. Only thing he had was strength and speed at the beginning. So how they level up different powers.
Level up,
I like
but they had like 22 episodes a year, and they went 10 seasons. So I mean, that's a lot of
you gotta stretch
time.
It out. You gotta stretch it out. Yeah.
He's the most developed Clark Kent.
I agree.
The only thing I didn't like is how the end when they show him flying, and then I would want to see him.
Yeah,
kind of like how and what's the Batman show that kind of did the same thing? It was a fantastic show, but Gotham was fantastic. See that last episode when they put Batman in a $2 suit, like man, Batman. Y'all did all this stuff.
They did the same thing.
These characters, The villains were fantastic, and then you're gonna put Batman.
They did the same thing in Titans.
I'm like, really?
I never watched Titans.
Justin Monty threw in a $2 super chat. Has anyone seen Dune 2? I am waiting. Gaskar did a topic talking about, hey, I'm gonna wait because I just feel like the movie going experience isn't worth me going out there. If it's a movie I really, really want to enjoy, like Dune 2, I want to be able to sit there and then take in all the dialogue and the music.
I agree.
I don't want to do that when the person in front of me is doing this.
That don't bother me at all.
It bothers me.
It takes me out. It takes me out of it. Like,
there was a whole lot. Maybe it will, but like I have to answer my phone calls or texts. So I always hold mine down.
well, it's not the phone.
I step outside.
The people not having respect for everybody else around them. You know, everybody's the main character now.
I'm going to save my first IMAX experience for Star Wars. I'm going to use that. I've never been to IMAX. So
really?
When the next Star Wars movie come out, that is what I'm going to do.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm like you, Rob. I'm going to wait a week or two before I go see it because I want to indulge in it. And I don't want to watch it at home because like everybody I'm talking to said you have to see this in the theaters. It's visually you need to see it in the theaters, not on the TV. So I'm gonna go to the theaters about a week or two. I will see it.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Everybody I've talked to they said it's
amazing.
You know, go see it. So
I've heard that too, but I still have no desire to go see it.
I want to rewatch the first one too over again to get a refresher. So
yeah, my wife wanted to rewatch the second one because
the first one's online
or the first one because the first one she wanted to rewatch it. I'm like, babe, I'm not sitting through 3 hours rewatching it.
Yeah.
Your wife ever seen the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League?
Yeah, we sat through it once. That's the second time I watched it.
Man, I still haven't seen it again since I watched it the first time.
I watched it the first time when I was redoing.
I'm gonna tell you what I've watched several times, man. Aquaman 2. Can't believe it. Him and Orm, man.
I still ain't seen it the first time yet.
I haven't seen it.
Chemistry. I love their chemistry. Their chemistry in this one is fire.
With the brother?
Orm.
Yeah, that was good.
And at the end, when he tells them, I love it.
I still ain't seen it the first time. Not yet. Oh, let me get to these super chat. I got my brother messaging me, so I'm trying to
see how that's not bothering us. We keep going with the show.
Give me control. We'll read their super chats.
Yeah.
Justin Monty said, which show is better, Smallville or Smallville?
Smallville.
I don't know, man. Gotham has some fantastic characters.
Yeah, but overall, I think Smallville.
That's 1A, 1B.
I think Smallville was, as a complete series, was better done than Gotham.
And that was my high school.
Definitely better soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mine is the one girl being a cult leader, but other than that,
seriously, who would have saw that coming? Though,
I know, right? Like, of all people on that show, that's not who I would pick to be a cult leader.
Yeah.
Oh, she just got out of jail.
Oh, she did. She's out now.
She recently just got out of jail. Yeah.
Talking about Chloe.
Yeah.
She loved herself some Superman, boy. Her and Pete, man. When Pete found out he was Clark, he had to leave.
He been trafficking too. That's what she loves, apparently.
That's crazy. When that news broke,
I know, right? I was like, what?
You want to read the super chat, Rob? Next one.
Yeah, please. I'm sorry.
John McKinney, 499 super chat. He says Tim Daly is the Clark Kent Superman. Clancy Brown is the best Lex Luthor. I ain't mad at that.
When was Clancy Brown Lex Luthor?
In the animated series.
Really?
Yep.
What do you guys think about the casting for?
Someone was complaining about. I saw what's his name?
Fuck. The guy from I was gonna say Daily Bugle from Daily Planet.
Daily Planet.
The black guy that played in
was he
Suits? Wasn't Lawrence Fishburne
in Suits?
But wasn't Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah.
So why
I can't believe all these people love it. That supposedly I don't like race bending and race swapping. Jumping on this bandwagon real hard.
Everybody complain about him being black. Like he was black before. What's the problem? Who cares? He's a chief. He's not a main character like that. You know.
Well, I think when a black character, race bending doesn't bother me if it makes sense and the actor's really good. Look at Kingpin. Then they make
Kingpin was black in Deadpool, the Ben Affleck one.
What about Krypton? Didn't they make someone black and
Zod. Zod was black.
Yeah.
God,
He killed it.
Yeah.
In fact, they changed all the Zods, the whole bloodline. If you were a Zod, you were black. Like the whole race of Zods were black.
The situation depends on it. Like, depending on what character is. Like, if it's detrimental to the character being a certain race, then that's when it becomes a problem. It doesn't matter about who he can be, black, white, Asian, whatever. It doesn't matter. Certain characters, as long as they portray the same attitude that character had.
I think where people bring up the race bending is when it looks like it's blatantly done just to do it. Like every redhead in Hollywood is replaced with a black actor. Every redhead, like Jimmy Olsen, and like just go down the line of redheads that got replaced by black actors. They do not like gingers in Hollywood, man.
What if it a black redhead? Have you done that yet? I mean, I'll be covering both your bases, right?
Hey, man.
They did that with what you call it?
Little Mermaid.
No, Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, Starfire.
Yeah, they did that with Starfire.
Yeah.
That was one of those ones where I looked at it like,
what? Was she orange though?
Not in the show.
Not in the show.
No, she's only when she powered up, her skin would turn orange. Which I think the actress looks good. It's just she's not Starfire, and her hair was awful. Her hair was awful. Oh god,
awful. Yes, that was my biggest problem with her hair. I didn't care about her being black. Her hair's trash.
But see, where race bending makes sense, like Hawkman and Hawkgirl were white in the comics. It makes sense for them to be black in TV shows and movies, because of their past and whatnot. I think when it's just blatant, man, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, they're checking off the box. When it's obvious that they're checking off boxes.
When it's obvious, So.
They change up the history, too, because if they're Mascarian in the cartoons, whatever, in this other thing, they're from like Egypt, past lives from Egypt and stuff. So you're right. That does make more sense.
Just like if they decide to make Magneto black. Well, depending on what story they go with, that would make a lot of sense. I had Geeky Guy messaging me. Andrew, the guy from Walking Dead. I forgot his name.
Andrew Lincoln.
Lincoln? He should be Magneto. I'm like, bro, they're not going to do World War II. That was over 100 years or close to 100 years ago. They're not going to do that now. They're gonna update it.
Right? Something like that.
Yeah,
that would make more sense.
That would make more sense. Black and saw his mother or something hung, and that would activate his power.
Because it's still the same essence of his past storyline, That's why he.
It's the same thing with the Punisher. The Punisher's origins was the Vietnam War. They updated that war as we go. Then it was the Gulf War. Then it was Desert Storm, and then a
war that people can relate to. That's more current,
That the only character that can keep the same war is Captain America because he's just frozen.
Yeah.
So you can keep it the World War. Forgotten Wolf doing a $5 super chat. Thank you, Forgotten Wolf. Have you heard Miles Morales might be in the MCU? That is the talk.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It just you gotta do it right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sony needs to give up those Spider-Man rights, man.
I agree. Give it back to Marvel.
It ain't gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Dollar signs, man.
If I was I want to collaborate. Death grip, buddy.
But here's the thing, though. If they keep making movies like Madam Web, they're gonna have to give back the rights because they're gonna go bankrupt.
Because the last time Spider-Man didn't
get Spider-Man movie is gonna save them.
Yeah, but them it still costs us hundreds of millions of dollars to make Madam Web and Craven and stuff. If those movies ain't making that money back, no matter you can only make a Spider-Man movie once every 4 to 5 years. You can't have one success and like 8 losses and expect to be able to stay afloat as a company.
Yeah. I think the last 2 severely flops was Morbius and Madam Web. The ones before that were profitable, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Venom
was profitable. I'm not sure about the second one.
Venom was profitable.
Yeah,
but
Venom's a higher ranking character than the other character.
Everybody knows who Venom is. What I'm saying is, I don't think if you're making movies that are profitable, 2 phases is going to bankrupt you. I just don't. The numbers, I don't think. I'd have to look at numbers about maybe right because the MCU has done a couple flopolas too.
Yeah, but they have
a better track record, success record, so they can take a loss.
They have deeper pockets too.
Yeah,
because Disney's pulling money in from Pixar and Disney Studios and Star Wars and all this. Sony is just Sony. They're not pulling from other pockets of the movie well. So if you have Spider-Man No Way Home that made $2 billion, and then you have Morbius flop, Madam Web flop, Craven a flop, and each one of those cost, let's just say it costs like $100 million to make. That's really cheap. And then another 100 for marketing, and you only bring 35 million back from the box office, then you lost the studio 175 million each. And that's just me rough estimating it, right? No one's going to want to greenlight a movie for them. You know, if they keep doing flop after flop after flop, and they have to make movies in order to keep those rights. That's why they made the Madam Web movie. So, I mean, I think eventually, 10 years from now, Marvel will have those rights back, just like with the Fox and all that. Because Sony is suffering a lot, not just in the movie industry. The Insomniac leak showed that the PlayStation video game industry for Sony is also struggling because they paid $350 million for the Spider-Man game to be made, and they only made like $50 million in profit. You know, so the video game industry is struggling. Sony in general is struggling. They're still making money on their TVs and stuff like that, but their media is not hitting it.
The entertainment side of it is not doing good.
Yeah,
and they're saying what the PS5 is coming to the end of its lifespan right now. They're saying, it's only been out 4 years.
Yeah, they're trying to come up with something to save them in their gaming industry, like what Rob was just to back up what Rob was.
Well, they need to do like Xbox is doing. Start trading your.
There's even rumors that they might even get out of the whole media and movies and just stick to the electronics back, because that's the only thing that's really giving them profits right now.
Yeah, they're selling a shitload of TVs and stuff. And if they can make,
they always will.
If they're smarter with their movies and do like smaller, $50 million movies, then the risk ain't so high. But now they're starting to do that with their games, because games used to be like Sony used to have like 3 Uncharted games in one generation. Now we get 1 Uncharted game a generation because it's costing them $300 million to make, and they're taking so long to make that they're not getting. There's going to be a big video game crash. Like the industry's going to crash. There's a reason why.
The next price hike when on the game's talking about be $80-$90. Consumers aren't.
But again, that's because Sony keeps increasing the prices, so everybody else copies what they're doing. But there's a reason why Xbox is releasing their games on other platforms, because you need to make money. You need to make money.
Yeah. It's smart,
What's up, Fatal? Okay, I'm gonna read the super chat, and then I'm gonna dip out because AEW is about to start. Also I mentioned no Storm Nation stream tonight because the AEW pay-per-view's on. I'm going to watch that. So Justin Monty threw in a $5 super chat. Unless it's related to Spider-Verse, I don't trust Sony with making Spider-Man movies on their own. Yeah. And
that collab showed it, man. That collab showed that they made over $1 billion.
Yeah, and I think you're right. The collab worked, and the reason why the animated Spider-Verse movie worked because you had Lord and Miller over it, Whereas Sony was like, "Oh, this is just this animated thing. We're not going to pay attention to it." Sort of like Star Wars with the Mandalorian, right? When she's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, Jon Favreau, go do your thing. We're not going to pay attention," and then everybody starts, Same thing happened with Deadpool. The first Deadpool, Fox was like, "Oh, just go ahead here, go do it," and then it blew up. Yep, it's the same thing. That's right, AEW, man. That's what the watch, Fatal. I'm telling you, Takeshita versus Ospreay gonna be match of the year. I'm telling you. So, all right, let's get out of here, guys. Danny, where can the people find you?
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, the Road to Wisdom, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on my channel. Also here on Sundays at 7. Guys Car's channel on Wednesdays at 7. And tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm not working, we'll be able to do Chaos Central on our network. Thank you.
Sweet. Go ahead, DJ.
Oh,
thank you. Sorry.
I'm Dr. Black Guy on my channel on YouTube. You find me here on Sunday nights with these guys right here, and on Wednesday nights on Basketball channel, and with Danny on Wednesday nights. So check me out.
Gascar, where can people find you, sir?
I already said it, man. Wednesdays on my channel, the Basketball Scenario, for the hangout at 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to see you fabulous people in the chat there.
I will be there stealing his topics for my show.
And thanks for having me, man.
No problem, man. I appreciate you guys coming on. And I also appreciate if you guys aren't able to come on, that you let me know ahead of time. You don't wait till we go live and say, hey, no, I can't make it. So, but I appreciate that so much. I mean, I'm not pointing out any names, but that person's not here, as you guys can tell. But, you know, but if my kid was growling, I would have bigger things to worry about as well.
He's feral.
All right, guys. I appreciate you. You guys take it easy. Peace out, sauerkraut.